What is up, mathletes? Welcome back to another episode of Math with Dr. Math. And today we're going to look at why 0 factorial equals 1. All right, mathletes, let's dive in here. All right, so why the heck does 0 factorial equal 1? All right, so a lot of ways of looking at this, but let's just pick one popular way here. All right, so first of all, we know what 1 factorial is, right? That's just 1. And right now that might not make sense, but let's say you're new to this factorial symbol right here, right? So this exclamation mark, right, in English, this is our factorial in math. And what it means is we're gonna start with that number that you see here, that integer 2, and we're gonna multiply on down. So we're gonna keep dropping that integer by 1. All right, and so we go 2 times 1. But you don't want to drop it down after the 1 because then you'd be multiplying by 0 and that would erase everything, right? So this is where you start and you keep going down by 1. That's what this factorial means, right? So here we would get an answer of 2. And so if we did 3 factorial, well, that would just be 3 times 2 times 1. So you could see it descending, right? That integer gets smaller and smaller by 1, smaller by 1, smaller by 1. And we could go on forever, and this would be 6. And if we did 4 factorial, that would be 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which would be 24. And again, essentially all we're doing is we're taking our last answer and we're multiplying this new integer by it, right? So our last answer was 6, multiply it by 4, right? That's the new addition to the party, and you get 24, all right? So this is what the factorial tells us, and what confuses the heck out of people is, why haven't you subscribed to Dr. Math yet, right? So if you haven't, smash that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend, tell a bunch of friends what we're doing here, right? We're trying to help you out. We can't help anybody if they're not listening. So do us that favor. So again, we could go through this process forever, but the big question is, why is 0 factorial equal to 1? Well, just like we could, right, go down the list, we could also go backwards. And a lot of times this is very helpful in terms of helping us answer some important questions, right? So let's go backwards here. So how did we go from 24 to 6? Well, notice when we go backwards here in reverse, we divide by 4, all right? And then when we went from 6 to 2, right, essentially we're eliminating that 3 that got multiplied, so we're dividing by 3. And then from 2 to 1, right, you guessed it, you're dividing by 2. And then so the next one, right, that makes sense would be this 0 factorial. So how do we get there? Well, just like we've been doing, we would then divide by 1, and 1 divided by 1 gives us 1. So if you just take this in the reverse process, right, you get to where we need to be. So this is one way for us getting that definition right there, right? So it's understood around the world that 0 factorial is 1. And so hopefully this idea right here helps you now understand why 0 factorial equals 1. All right, mathletes, we wanted to make it short and sweet, so hopefully that was helpful, and we hope to see you in our next video. Peace.